Welcome to ICCG's Close-Up, sponsored by Round World Solutions, where Fortune 1000 CXOs share their enterprise strategies for competing and winning in the global economy. Our wide-ranging topics include big data, governance, supply chain analytics, enterprise mobility, and portfolio management. The goal of our interviews is to understand the CXO's area of focus, the challenges associated with that area, and their plans for confronting those challenges. The benefit to our participants is the creation of a virtual CXO knowledge pool, so CXOs can learn from each other and not have to reinvent the wheel. I'm your host, Ellis Booker. I'm very curious to ask you about issues that your members, HEMA members, may have finding talented staff to run these IT systems that are, as you said, evolving very quickly and meeting all these legislative and privacy mandates. But since you talked about security and privacy a good deal just now, is the industry, at least in the United States, pretty well positioned, do you think, to answer those concerns around patient identity and privacy?
Well, it's interesting because I think that although there have been some very sizable and well-publicized breaches and things that have gone awry recently, there's still a feeling and an openness to share information. Certainly among the younger population, they're very open about sharing personal information and not thinking all the time about some of the consequences. But I think that there is an element of forgiveness factor, and if you look at some of the recent polls that have been done, in terms of the risk-benefit, I think that many consumers of healthcare, understand and recognize that they want to be in the driver's seat, and that's what improving population health is all about, is engaging patients and really holding them accountable for taking care of themselves. Mm-hmm. And many payers are also offering incentives, in terms of quitting smoking, so smoking cessation programs, as well as other ways. I've heard of other health plans too that will even give out Fitbits for free and that type of thing. But as we move towards medical homes and really providing care outside of the four walls of a hospital or an ambulatory clinic, it really is incumbent upon patients to, share their information. It has to be easy, it has to be simple, it has to be rather seamless.
What about data security as an issue for you around your data governance, data management challenges there?
Yeah, it's a significant item that we're dealing with. As one of the aspects of putting in our data governance program is to kind of balance the need to increase people's access to the data, as well as trying to control, making sure people are not getting that data they shouldn't be. I think it's a constant struggle. Our job is to try to make information more available, but we have to be concerned about, inappropriate access. And, I think, as I said, even probably with the big data, we're probably going to have a little more or a little less control initially. As I said, we're not using it for business decisions. We're trying to see what insights we can gain. And then just like we're doing with the data quality, as we begin to look at how that data is really going to be used, and we start to implement the most appropriate controls on security and access. But it's a constant balance between making information available and also making sure you don't have inappropriate access.
to you about data governance in just a moment or two, but I wanted to make sure that we had a sense of the Lighthouse Health big data initiatives, as you defined, I thought, very well, big data. Are you seeing some surprising insights from those projects?
Yeah, there's a couple that we're working on in particular. One is, as I mentioned, doing text analytics on the transcribed physician notes, and that can be there's an additional challenge there because you're not just looking for words within the text analytics, but so for instance, you want to make sure that cancer is not confused with no evidence of cancer or something like that. And sometimes there are specialized tools that are used to translate the text into those clinical concepts, vocabularies, ICD-9 or SNOMED. Those are presently a lot of that is done through custom coding of using proximity and semantic searches. And one of the initiatives that we're working on is trying to bring machine learning to bear on that. So right now, if you've got something that you want to look for, like instance of heart attacks, you have to code that. You know that you have a problem with that, and you have to code it custom to be able to look at precursor events. Or where we'd like to get to as an end state is you would be able to look at all the data and say, oh, here's something that's happening that's not on the radar. So I don't know. We have to reset broken arms 50% more than the norm or something like that. And here's the precursor events that make that happen. That's where one of the places we're trying to go with big data.
So more of a, if you will, a data discovery through machine learning, perhaps on some of these outcomes and precursor events.
Yes. Trying to do a more open-ended sort of exploration where you don't know what the outcome is that you're looking for, and you can actually see what all the outcomes are and then sort of drill into those and then decide if it's valuable for further exploration.
Sanjay, moving on to questions of governance and data governance. Can you tell us how that function is handled there at Experian? It seems like that's all you do, but what's your best practice for making sure you're handling the data properly?
Data accuracy and data security is the most important aspect of our business that could make or kill our business. So we at Experian pays a lot of attention to data accuracy and data security. Experian's search and match capability is the most accurate among the 3 credit bureaus and the de facto golden standards in our industry. However, we as a company continues to push the quality of our search and match to the next level. For example, recently, we have been working on bringing more data from different domains, from social media, from company registration, from credit card transaction files, from web registration files, to come up with the best business verification capabilities to weed out fraud transactions. So the key is that we keep pushing our accuracy and the security to the next level. We never stop. We never satisfy with what we have today.
Security is so important. Is the governance a centralized organization, distributed across Experian's different lines? How's that handled?
Well, I think we have both models in play here. We have a company-wide centralized business security office, and each business unit, we have our own BSOs, business security officers. The security processes are well documented, and every employees are mandated to take trainings on a yearly basis. And any idiosyncrasies, we have a proper process to report, document, and investigate the idiosyncrasies in the data process.
Yes. Do you have any other processes that are specifically geared to the data quality and validation? I know you spoke to how important quality and validation is. Do you have organizationally anything that's geared toward maintaining those processes around data quality and validation as well?
Sure, absolutely. Because for example, we pay close attention to the data accuracy. We even offer a service for our banking clients to any data providers to check the data they provided to us on an ongoing basis. We check each field to see the distribution. We check across time to see what's the baseline, what's the variation uh, field by field to identify any data inaccuracies, any inaccuracy in the data, and flag them as this happens. In fact, we are doing such a good job. We even offer this as a paid service to some of the largest banks in the US.
I'm Scott Cunningham, Senior Director, Solutions and Delivery for Round World Solutions, the experts in integrated governance with project execution. Our unique 360-degree view enables us to give CXOs a comprehensive view of where they are today, where they would like to be, and delivers a powerful change management structure to ensure they accomplish their goals. ICCG Close-Up is an interview panel where CXOs share their views on big data, governance, and their most pressing issues. At the conclusion of the interviews, we will be compiling the results into an industry and issue-specific report to share with all of the interviewees, emphasizing common interests and future plans associated with those interests across industries. The benefits to our participating CXOs are the creation of a virtual CXO interactive knowledge base, highly scaled shared resources, and the ability to learn from each other without having to reinvent the wheel. Thank you for watching ICCG's Close-Up, sponsored by Round World Solutions. For more information about our CXO interview panels or to join the conversation, please visit us at www.roundworldsolutions.com. Thank you.